All right, let's try that again. That was a little road noise. I got you on the dash here. Hey, I'm heading out to the shop. We got a little fuel odor at idle in this thing, traffic. So I'm thinking fuel injector O-rings. We're looking at 150,000 on the old Ford, Mazda, Mariner, Escape, Tribute vehicle here. Yeah, I'm smelling it now. Yeah, I got that and an oil change, and I'll walk you through it, see if that helps anybody. Note on exhaust and fuel odor at idle, it's usually your car coming in the vents. If you're on the highway, etc., that's usually the car in front of you. So not always 100%, but or it's another car. So food for thought. All right, okay, back at the shop here. Going to do fuel injector O-rings, change the oil. I got the oil draining now because it's too damn hot under here. Nobody likes working on a hot engine, but it is what it is. So here are the upper intake plenum gaskets. I've had this plenum off before, probably to do the back coils, maybe? Is that why I did it? I don't know. I think you have to do that. So these are reusable, but I figured it's been off once, so I'll replace them. These are the injector O-rings. It's a kit, standard. SK9 is the number. Look up Ford Escape. Don't look up Mazda, because you'll never find any parts that way. Just like if you got a Honda, you look up Honda. You got an Acura, look up Honda. It's just the way it is. You always find cheaper too. They'll mark up. When I was getting that hose for this thing, I think the PCV, they wanted like, I think $60 for Mazda. I looked up Ford Escape, it was $29. It was like, okay, I see how it is, America. Not really showing you an oil change because I think we've all been there, done that. I even got a t-shirt, might say oil on it. Full synthetic, $5.30. O'Reilly's was the cheapest. I mean, that's pretty good. Full synthetic for cheap. But I did have to get the Wix MicroGuard Select Extended Life, because just the normal Wix is always out of stock. So I'm just going to have to order a bunch of those because they seem to never have them. Yeah, we'll see how this baby does, because we care about this. Let's go wide shot. Let's go real wide here, guys. Why is this always so tight? Plastic will tighten on its own, you know. Jesus. Heat, plastic tightens up. You know what else tightens up on its own? Oil filters. Yep. You don't have to tighten them with a wrench. Put them on hand tight. It's metal on metal. It's a fact. It may or may not be true. But in my... Look at that funnel. Don't leave a funnel under the hood. Can't use that. That funnel, as you can see, is made from an old filter, but it fits perfectly on this stupid thing. If I can get it off! Anywho, probably have a real funnel around here somewhere. Where did I put funnels when I moved in here? Good. Oh, I guess it was already. Okay. Let's find a better funnel than this. Where would you be? Let's see. All right. Clean this funnel up with the old paper towel. That was already loose because when I drained the oil, I loosened it. But when you're filming, you forget all these things, and I don't know. It is what it is, and it was quite a humorous moment, wasn't it? All right, let's get Earl in there. I'm going to set up a time lapse, I think, for the getting into the nitty gritty of this stuff. And when I get to the injectors, that's what I'll show you what's going on. All right. Well, that was pretty quick and easy. You can see the bolts, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. and the rest was hoses. EGR tube I pulled out. There's a gasket here you can separate, but I don't know, I just thought that was easier. That way I can clean it too. This is the old purge solenoid. We have it hangs back here. The harness is broken. That was a previous video I did. That sits on the stud, and that's pulling down on this, which goes to, yeah, the purge solenoid connector I had to replace because the wires got pulled and ripped because this was broken, and that's a lot of weight, so that's a common issue. Coils go bad. I have replaced these, and even one of the replacements I had to put an original motorcraft back in because it failed. But here's our fuel rail. This is what we're going after. I can smell it now. I mean, let's see if we, I wonder if a leaky injector internally would smell, but I would have running issues, and I don't. They look quite clean, which nothing one looks washed. Well, you know, if it was spotless, it would be tell you an injector is leaking. So I think it's all external odor. And I remember the other day looking, and this was damp. I would say damp. I don't think it was the weather. So here are those upper gaskets. See if they get flattened out. When I put the new ones in, you'll probably see they're probably going to protrude up a little bit. I didn't have to take off the throttle body. Some of them, did they used to have coolant ports? This one doesn't have coolant going through it, but I think the newer ones do maybe. And just set that right on the positive battery cable. That's okay. No. But I do have, see that oil down in there? What I think is always oil. Because I do get, in the winter, I was getting oil smell. Where can you go down? Where's the lens? Get down there. That stud is all wet, and that is the PCV system is down there. Right there. There's the PCV valve. It comes in from the side here. Really dumb design because you can't get to it. But I've had to do that hose. But I think that base gasket is leaking for that PCV system. And to replace it, I think you got to pull the lower intake because it's just the way they designed it. But we ain't worried about that right now. Let's get this depressurized. Is here. This is a fuel pressure regulator. It's got vacuum going to it. Make sure it's in good shape. And this is a little Schrader valve. We can bleed off the pressure going to the rail. Another way you could do it is take the fuel pump relay out, crank the car over until it spits all this fuel out of the rail itself. That's probably safer than me poking a screwdriver into this and putting hot fuel onto an engine. So yeah, that's the safer way to do it. But I will obviously make provisions for that. All right, I got a fire extinguisher on hand, like every shop should have. I'm just going to put a pick in there, hit the Schrader valve, just like on your bike. At least I think you can do this. Used to be able to. I don't know if there's a Schrader in there. Actually, I don't feel one. Well, it's way down there. It's way down there. I think I need something a little more dull than this. I guess the only other risk to doing this way is if the Schrader sticks and you're kind of screwed. I mean, it's not like cars where they stick all the time, it seems. I gotta get something better than that. If only I had an entire set right in front of me. Let's see. Can I get in there? It'd be nice if I could. That fit? Oh yeah, there it goes. Ooh, a lot of fuel in there. Ooh. Not like shooting out, but it's there. So you just want to take the pressure off because we're pulling the injectors out of the bores. You know, Jesus, a lot of fuel in here. I'm just got a spritz. Maybe I should have started it. Well, now with that fuel-soaked rail, I can, rag rather, I can clean up the rail and all these gasket surfaces. It's basically a free cleaner, right? Alright, finally. I have the key on. I'm sure soaking this rag. Just taking some towels, putting them down those intake ports. Don't want to be dropping anything down there. And next we're going to get the injector harness out of the way. I'll show you that here in a second. Yeah, so we're going to get this harness, all the clips undone. They mentioned if you go by the book, they show loosening the engine mount and getting the harness out, taking it out, but you don't need to do all that because you're not taking. If anything, maybe, let's see, my harness, now this is all disconnected. I can fold it this way if I want. I think I'm going to spray all this with carb clean and WD-40 just to loosen everything up there because it's a mess. The WD-40 is a good idea on these plastic connectors too. I heard that. I just broke that one. Anything old and plasticky, I don't like to be removed. Ugh. Other thing to pay attention to is the orientation of these injectors. They're pointing it this way with those little the connector tabs. Now the bolts for this is one here, one there, 3. I think that's one back there. And this harness just has push tabs that hold it on. So zoom out, Mike. There's push tabs under here that are probably going to break. And then yeah, I'll get that off. Just took that harness, bungee corded it out of the way for me. It's good enough. And now finally we got 10 millimeters. No? 8 millimeters still? Thought I just tried that. Okay, it is 8 millimeter. Just 3. And there's one over here by the harness. Okay, I think I got everything. Whoa, somebody else working out there. Don't mind that. I'm going to get that down on the seals so that they come out relatively easy. I may have to separate the clips, yeah. Probably do just the rail, not the injectors at the same time. Yeah, because they're opposing angles, so there should be clips on the top of each injector. I believe the fuel injector has them. Let's take a gander. I think I got it. Just prying each injector out that way, and then the back side. I think I got them. Let's see. I don't see clips on the top. I guess they just O-ring. The carriage holds them in place. Seems strange to me. Well, there we go. Yeah. Boom. Looks like all the O-rings came out with it. And they look pretty clean. Let's take a look. All right. What bothers me about the kit is the O-rings are all this size. And that one clearly is different. Or it's just worn out. So let's get that out of there. This might be going back in. That's why I like having two cars, just in case. It's not dry, broken. There's a little schmeg in there. I could have just punctured that, actually. Who knows? So that was our lower and our upper. Yeah, look all right. Got some Photograph. These original? Must be, right? Denso. Oh. Well, that would make sense. Denso. What else is Ford there? All right, well, let's get some rubber. They give you a little cap here. I guess maybe that's for putting on this one. A little tool. We'll call it a tool. Let's see. So you could use it there. And the same here. Doesn't really fit either. But anyway, we'll be fine. Lube it up. Some water-based lubricant, not a oil-based. Apparently over time these break down with a oil-based lubricant. Got grease, you know. I was just cleaning out the ports here. You can see the valves down in there. Let's get you a light in there. They're spotless. I guess because I'm used to looking at the truck. Let's see. You see that? That's the valve, right? Intake valve. Oh, where'd it go? Here, there. I think it's a valve. Let me see. Gotta have the camera right where the light is, sorry. Yeah, right there. Yeah, it looks like a valve stem coming down. Can you see that? No, you can't. All right, I'm trying to show you, but oh well. You know, like most things on the internet, you can't get a clear answer, but I'm gonna use Silglide. It's I believe in the name, silicone-based lubricant. Why is this glove dirty already? That just come from... just came from the Silglide container. Ay, ay, ay. Trying to be clean here, people. Alright, let's try that again. Because I'm not using much. I mean, it's just... Come on! It's not the end of the world. Should I use that tool? Let's see what happens. Put that over the tool. I'm going to get in the lens here. Oh, yeah, it's going to be super easy. Just whoop! And it gets stuck. Perfect. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, perfect. Works for me. Same with this one. Very little. Anything I want it on the inside. Actually, no, I'm going to need it on both sides. What am I saying? Just put some on there. Ooh, now it slides. Okay, that did go over. Boom. There you have it. Let's use a lint-free towel. We want to keep those nozzles clean. They look spotless. Did any of that get on camera? I zoom in tight so I can show you, but then the camera's way back here, and you're not, it's just so difficult being me. Alright, let's see if we can get this back in there. I don't think my problem, I think my problem was the end with the green O-rings. They were real loose and old. I don't think the uppers were nice. And that makes sense because when I pulled them out of the rail, they were holding back fuel completely. They were, you know, a little bit of fuel went, it made that exact sound. I don't know if you're aware of that. That's a standard sound. So I just keeping all these wet, and we're going to try and get them back into the hose. Let's see. It's a little awkward coming out because of the angles. You know, there are different opposing angles. Let's see if we can get down in there without picking up dirt and grease everywhere else. I was going to stick them in the ports first and then put the rail on, but I thought, you know what, I came out this way. Maybe I should go in this way. Go out the same way you came in, mister. I'm already not liking it. Okay. Plan B. Should I put them in? Well, let's try and put them in the port in the base first. Yeah, these are going in really hard into the port. But you can see they have these notches, so they only go one way. But I'm really having to push them to get with that fatter O-ring. And I think what it is, usually manufacturers will do this. They probably did have two different size O-rings originally, and they realized down the road it was a problem, so they did come out with use the same size O-ring. So that is something to think about. It could have been a bulletin, forward bulletin, or nothing. They like to do nothing sometimes and just, because they don't want to pay for it. You know, fuel. Yeah, it's just a fuel leak. Could be kill millions of people. We're not going to issue a recall though. And then this one is at the back. And who's good about that is Toyota. Toyota had, remember on the Toyota trucks frame recall? Like, oh yeah, we realize our frames are not holding up to salt, and we're going to give you a whole new frame. Imagine if every Jeep, well, Jeep had that. I don't know if it was a recall, but I know it was an issue. And then, you know, think of every car that rusts out. Yeah. These look a little dry. Let's get some more grease on those and try the rail. Not to mention, this is probably not the right thing to use for lubricant, and everyone will tell me in the comments. What I had. Okay, now this one I can't get past. The rail is filthy. I'm going to sneak it by the injector. Do that. Go down there. Yeah, there we go. No, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Well, I'm going to cut this here because you don't need to see me struggle. Okay, wow, I didn't think I was going to get that, but I was able to hook the back three on the injectors, pull it forward, and sneak these under. Now I'm going down. Woo! Yeah, that's crazy because you're bending a plastic injector pretty much. Think of it like a picnic table. You know, it's like an X flat on top, and you're trying to get into two ports that go at an exact same angle. Very confusing. But I got it. Get some bolts in there and clean up a little bit, and all the harness connectors look good. And we'll go back together. First, bolt it down. I'm going to turn the key to the on position, pressurize this rail. Make sure we don't have any obvious leaks. Let the pump go. I think. Fan going, I can't hear. Still smell fuel, but I think that's all. I bet it, yeah, I sprayed it everywhere. Yeah. No leaks, so Ooh. Look at that wet. Let me clean that off. That's the connection. If that could have been leaking, or if I got that wet. That's where the fuel rail attaches. Just looks a little rusty and crappy. This is just a clip protector. Take that off. Let's keep an eye on that. Can we record? We're recording now? Alright. Just want to make sure that was not leaking. Let's key on again. Pump. Get a good wiggle. I think that was just residual crap I sprayed everywhere. All right. Always a good idea to do new gaskets, because here's the old one. Here's the new one. Let's get them on, and you can see it's. Can you see here? It is higher, but it's been squashed for so long. It could come back, but they were $12, I think, so worth doing. Let's get those on there. Just saying how much I love Felpro gaskets, and look at that. Out of the box, it's got a rip. This looks dirty already, but it's because I put grease in my hands. Should I put that towards the top and just live with it, or put in an old one? No, I'll put it towards the top, and I'll just put it in the front in case. No, that's the bottom there too. It goes right through the bottom. Oh, come on! Fucking Felpro. It's a brand new package. It didn't look opened. I mean, but yeah, they could have set something down on it. It's fresh, and you can see it's like white. Jerks. Why you gotta have two cars? What am I gonna... Whatever. Alright, all back together. We did the oil. I think everything went smoothly. Oh, I gotta put that zip tie back there to hold that harness. I ended up taking it off because it was in my way. But yeah, I want to hold that harness up so we don't put pressure on that again. Reusable zip tie, you know? They're all reusable. You really just have to stick a screwdriver in there and push that little thing back. And that's what I did. Apparently they do make like a reusable one. That's a good idea. That's up, up, up. Let's go fire it up. Still got that alternator wind. Comes and goes. It's a fun job, so I've been putting it off until it's a real problem. going to back it up to retrieve the 8mm bolt screw socket. Where did it go? I thought it went down there, actually. Maybe it did not. Maybe it hit the floor. Maybe it's under the car still. Why, I oughta. No vacuum leak here. We can focus. Obviously, you can see I've done some repair in the past, but I just shoved it in there further. That's for some sort of emissions crap, right? Oh, whatever. All right, let's spend the rest of the day trying to find that 8mm socket that went down there. It sounded like it hit the floor, though. All right, where is it? Do you see it up there? Is it on this rail? Come on, man. I'm not going home until I find this. I should have just got up here to begin with. What am I getting out the jack for? It's right there on the transmission somewhere. There it is. Aha! See it? Bam! What's this? Brand new Milwaukee marker I bought. How do these things work? Are you kidding me? First the Velcro fails me. All this quality. Oh, there we go. We just need to get some flow to it. Okay, Mike. Let's take back everything we said about Milwaukee and overpriced tools. 150K. It is 624. We'll just say. And we'll put the little sticker on the windshield too. Why not? All right, sitting here, got the air on, and nothing but oil and fuel and RTV. No, I don't smell anything. That's good. I mean, I might get a little because I just finished, so I probably should dry the thing, but that had to be the leak. What else is there? Fuel comes up the line, injectors. There's a return. No, I'm not smelling it. Anyway, that's that. Yeah. Wow, let's try that again. I turned the car off. With that alternator bearing, you can't hear any of the audio. Anyway, that wraps that up. Thanks for joining. I hope it helps somebody out, of course. And I'm entertaining enough. This engine over here is going to get wrapped up. I brought some wrapped up, meaning literally wrapped up, not done. Brought some saran wrap, WD-40 all the parts, put them away. That's going to be an indoor winter project. It's summer. Go out and enjoy yourself, folks. You know, this is enjoyable. Don't get me wrong, but there's more to this story. Hopefully, I can keep this garage. Big changes in the future. But, all right, thanks for checking in, and hope you enjoy. It's almost, it's officially summer, I think, today. Yesterday? All right, be good.